When you think of the world's most eccentric leaders, you may be thinking about someone like Kim Jong-un, but compared to this week's subject, Kim looks positively normal. Meet Saparmurat Niyazov, aka Turkmenbashi, or Father of the Turkmen. He was the president of Turkmenistan from 1991 to 2006, and under his rule, the country became one of the most isolated and bizarrely run nations in the world. After gaining independence from the Soviet Union, Niyazov quickly established himself as a powerful leader. In fact, he was so revered by the people that they made him their president for life. Whoa! Niyazov wasted no time in stamping his authority. Within months of becoming president, he banned things like ballet, lip-syncing, and even gold teeth. Why? Well, he said they were decadent and a waste of money. He also banned dogs from the capital, believing they were a symbol of the West. And he went as far as outlawing the color purple, which he associated with the occult. But that's not all. He had an unhealthy obsession with the sun. He renamed the months of the year after members of his family and built a massive golden statue of himself that would rotate to face the sun at all times. Talk about a narcissistic sun worshipper. Niyazov also wrote a book called The President's Ranama, which he essentially forced everyone in the country to read. The book is basically a collection of his weird laws and nonsensical rants about everything from bees to traffic. Oh, and he also built one of the largest prisons for political prisoners, where he shackled people to walls and forced them to sleep while standing. So what was he thinking? Was he crazy, delusional, or just plain evil? You decide. In some ways, he was a product of his time. Like many former Soviet states, Turkmenistan's economy was in sharp decline after the fall of the USSR. People were struggling and desperate for a strong leader who could pull them out of the crisis. Enter Niyazov, the self-proclaimed savior of Turkmenistan. He promised to bring order to the chaos, and he delivered. Under his rule, the economy stabilized, and there was even an increase in living standards. Of course, this was achieved through extreme measures, including the suppression of human rights and the rule of law. But to many desperate people, it was worth it. They were willing to give up their freedom for a little bit of stability and prosperity. In a way, Niyazov was the perfect dictator. He was able to tap into the fears and desires of his people and manipulate them to his advantage. He promised them security and delivered it, albeit in the most brutal and oppressive way. So was he crazy, a misunderstood leader, or something else entirely? You decide. Let me know in the comments.